guys, it's Stephanie.
Hi, it's Emily.
So today we're doing another content video rather than a book review. We're going to do one for our book bingo. We decided to create a book bingo for 2016. 2017, sorry. And I will link a PDF version below in case you want to follow along with us and, accomplish it. Like, we will try to do it this year. We'll see. Yeah. So for the first one that we decided to do is, I'll put an image here too, so you guys can see it. The first box we decided to, cross off is Free Space. And the second box,
can't blame us.
The second box we had to cross off was the book that we love, that we will reread, that we reread in 2017. So my pick for this box, for the book bingo, is Harry Potter number 6 or number 7. There's 7 books, right? Yeah. So you're like, yeah.
Sorry, that didn't come out right, but do you know the title?
It's Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
That's the 6th.
So what's the last one?
Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows.
Oh yeah, the Deathly Hallows. Yeah. Okay. So that's the one I reread.
Which is not a
yeah. I mean, I read all of them, but like, there's just so many titles, and I don't remember which one is which. So I guess clearly I'm not a Pottermore fan.
You're not a Potter priest. So
yeah. So I reread that one, and I'm sure all of you guys know what the series is about, or at least heard of it.
It's about a boy wizard. And his exploits in school.
Yes, and his scar, lightning scar.
Yes, and he happens to become a huge phenomenon that earned J.K. Rowling her fortune, so.
Yes,
FYI.
In case you guys don't know about Harry Potter. So I reread the book, mainly because, funny story, last year one of my friends was like, hey, there's a Harry Potter trivia, do you want to join? And I was just like, yeah, sounds good. And then I realized that, you know what, I haven't read any of the books since like 2010 or whenever the last one came out. So I was like, oh, but I don't remember any of the answers whatsoever. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to reread the books as fast as I can, which didn't work out so well because by the time trivia night came, I only reread like the first 2 books. So I was like, well, if it's the first 2 books, I got this. But
11-year-old me, or not even 11-year-old because it wouldn't complete the whole series, but 17-year-old me would have been fine on that night,
exactly.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. Exactly. So I was just like, all right.
My grandparents.
Not quite there yet. But so I reread the books and I finally got to the 7th book. So finished it and yeah.
Cool. What did you think of it?
I mean, it was good. I liked the ending and everything.
Like, did it all? Yeah, actually, that kind of reminds me. Like, have you read any of Emma Watson's like He for She campaign? Because we all know she's like Hermione Granger forever.
Yeah, forever. I'm gonna look at Hermione. I'm gonna think of her as Emma Watson. Same with Harry Potter, like Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, but did you read any of the suggestions that she ever gave
for her book club?
Yeah,
the feminism book club. No, because like they're all like nonfiction. And like honestly, it's her term. It's really not mine. So I'm like, I joined the Goodreads book club, so I get notifications on what her next choice is, and I follow her on Instagram and whatever. So she's always posting it. But no, I've never read any of her books. Like I guess I'm just not too much of a feminist.
Her selections, not her books.
Her selections. Like if she was selecting more like fictional, like strong female lead characters in fictional books, I would most definitely read those. But as like nonfiction, like it's not really my thing. So
and regardless if you relate to the word feminist or not, like you care about strong like female right? So
right.
Yeah, in general, I just only brought it up because you read Harry Potter and I was just like, Emma Watson's been really like in the news lately, especially with Beauty and the Beast and everything.
And her, no, not just that, but like she goes around and like hides books everywhere. Like she was in New York City the other day, you know that? Like on International Women's Day. I saw her Instagram. She was just like hiding books like of these famous, female people at their statues in the city, and then she would just go around and just like, putting them around the area. And I'm just like, how did she do that without people recognizing her? Because like the entire time no one came up to her, and there was like these people like sitting in like people sitting in the coffee table like right next to her, and she's like going around like hiding these books. And I'm like, how do people not recognize her? I mean, I think she had a hat on or something, but even then it's like, hello? Like, I feel like her face is very widely known that it's like hard to miss. But at the same time, I mean, probably it's because New York.
Yeah, I want
to try to be all cool and be like, we don't know who you are, you know. Like,
no, it's just more like I'm just oblivious because I'm too into my own life.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I have all these other things like booktubing to do.
Yeah,
that sometimes when celebrities just pass us, which I'm not saying it's often.
Right.
We just kind of like another person.
Yeah,
Hello.
I don't think I've ever seen a celebrity in the city unless I go to an event that they have to be at. Like I went to the Fantastic Beasts premiere and I saw J.K. Rowling and
which is probably in the future a possible video too.
Yes, we might talk about that as well.
Because we both had really interesting experiences between the movie and.
Because I went to the movie premiere. She went to like a charity event.
Yeah. And J.K. Rowling was there.
Yeah.
And everything.
But so I and then also the only other thing I can think about is Will Smith. I went to watch his premiere. I think it was with Camille. Was it Camille? I don't remember who I was with, but he showed up. Will Smith showed up. It was like that movie where his co-star. I forget.
Focus.
Was it Focus?
Was it with Maggie Robb?
Yes. Yeah. And so the whole
heist.
The heist. Yeah. That's the movie I went to see, a screening of it, and he showed up there. He was like, "Hey guys, blah blah blah." But it was I was kind of far, so I couldn't really see him up close, which is quite sad. I would have to get a selfie with him if I was in the first row, been like, "Hey."
I'm a pretty big fan of him too.
I like him. So anyway, that is my box check for book bingo.
Good selection. So mine is actually a classic. It's the book The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. So it was written a long time ago. And
how long ago?
Like in the 1800s.
Oh, yeah, that's a really long time ago.
Yeah. And maybe close, slightly more before Fitzgerald and around time when Frankenstein was Anyway, so the reason why I in particular really liked this book enough to reread it was that I guess especially in terms of its content and nature, it really does fit my growth as a 20-something-year-old because when I was younger, my favorite book was The Secret Garden, but slowly now it's now that I'm in my 20s, I would say it kind of every single conflict or I guess of interest that I've been in can be kind of summarized by the character Dorian Gray. So what goes on in the book is that an artist draws a portrait of a very handsome man and a self-proclaimed hedonist lord of this lord comes over to the artist's house and proclaims that it would only be so good if the young man could always be internally youthful. And from there, he kind of preaches his ideas to this naive Dorian Gray about hedonism, things you should live for the moment. There's all these things that you possibly could do that you so many people hesitate to do. And miraculously, for some reason, Dorian Gray realizes that he doesn't age.
Okay.
Yeah, or he not only does he not age, none of the damages done to him happen to him. It happens to the portrait. Something magically happens.
Okay.
And then he then goes on to make decisions that are obviously void of consequences, and he does quite a few shameful, Okay.
All right.
Really gildedly scandalous things, and he goes and explores this whole philosophy of hedonism that the Lord comes and brings to him, and the story kind of delves into how his choices shape him, and then when he actually wants to seek redemption later, is it true, is it not, what is his motive in wanting to do that, and how in the end he may or may not turned on his mentor, quote unquote, the Lord, who himself has probably not actually lived out the things that he preaches. So in general, Oscar Wilde is a relatively famous actually outstanding playwright as well as author, and he kind of it kind of takes a little bit away from. He obviously got a lot of inspiration from his own personality and his own exploits as when he was younger. But yeah, I generally reread it because it was a good reminder that you should always stay true to who you are. Because as you can tell, as a character, Dorian Gray was really void of any inner voice, and so he went along with someone else's idea of who he should be, and the end kind of is justifying like what that sacrifice means.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was an interesting read, actually.
Yeah, you might want to read it.
Yeah, I might want to read it, actually. It sounds very interesting, the whole, like, how it's basically, like, he basically exchanged places with the painting, right? Like,
yeah.
That's why his painting was getting all the effects of him as opposed to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah, and I purposely did not mention the end because you looked interested, so I was
like, oh, is that like the ending? Oh, okay. Maybe I won't read it.
Well,
I don't know, we'll see. If I have time. I have so many other books I have to read.
Yeah,
so if I have time, I'll pick it up. But yeah.
Yeah, but it's an old classic, but a great one. And yeah, I reread that, and that's my pick for the book bingo.
Yeah. All right, so if you guys want to comment below on, if you guys have any books that you've reread recently and love, please do share with us. We're interested to see what you guys are reading. I'll also, like I said before, I will also post a link below so you guys can have access to it and play along with us. Hopefully we will succeed. I'm really bad at these like book challenges though. I'm like, yes, I'll do it, and then I get like 5 books done, and I'm just like, then half the year I'm just like, I totally forget about it, or I just have so many other things I need to do and read. And then by the time I remember to it, it's like 2 months later, like 2 months before the year ends, and I'm like, oh no, like how am I supposed to read like 10 of these books when like I have so many other things I have to read? Like if it was just those 10 books, I could probably finish it, but yeah, I have so many other obligations too. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So
yeah, great. We'd love to hear from you about like if you were to check off that box as well, like what type of books you would read, like you said. And yeah, so see you next time.
All right, bye.
Bye.